Hey guys, this is Heretic, and it is January 5th, 2021. In this video, we're going to take a look at solar and lunar kingdoms. So, if you don't already know, any new player to King of Avalon, or if you start a new game, it will by default send you to these new solar kingdoms. The kingdoms go from, let's take a look real quick, because I'm in one right now. They go from 10,001 to 10,011, and I'm in 10,010 right now. So what is the difference between a solar kingdom and a lunar kingdom? One of them is, for example, if you start a room and you want to invite people, you cannot invite people from the older kingdoms, from the lunar kingdoms. I'm guessing that when we have KVK, it will be only against other kingdoms within our area, which is the solar kingdoms. You can find solar kingdoms the same way in both the lunar side and the solar side. You go up here and you can click distant land and it'll take you back, right? And yeah, all right, so the few little differences there, right? Let's look at some other differences, some big differences here. Big differences. One, all of the heroes are different. Look at Sir Gawain. Look at their actual skills. They're completely different. And this one, it's a counter-strike. It's more like a Matic counter-strike with your infantry. Also here, it doesn't even show me the Netherfall season heroes at all. I don't have those choices at all. I don't even see them as something that I can possibly get at some point yet. So Uther, you saw that. He's pretty good. He's a counter-striker like Matic. Sir Gawain is very different here. He gives direct infantry defense, so he's more of the Katic, not the Katic, the Catergan, right? So up to 250% infantry defense, pretty good. And when you match him, so that's the other thing. Everybody has a match, and it's a little bit different. Where I don't see anywhere you have to have 3 or more heroes to have a match. But when you run these guys together, you get infantry health, right? So you can see. You have the sword guys, you have the, what are these guys called? This is the freedom grouping. So Oberon, he's not too different, but he gets up to 130% bowman attack. I think that might be the same, and we'll go look at them on the lunar in just a second too. You know, these guys are pretty darn different. Cavalry attack up to 160. You know, they all have these bonuses now that are a little different than what we see in the lunar side. Base attack by up to 40%. Right. The other ones, these are really weird here. These Anguish and Isolate are both PvE heroes. I think that's the first time we've had heroes that are specific for PvE. And when I say that, you actually look at their skills, and they only apply whenever you're attacking barbarians and monsters. And so these also work against the Path of Conquest castles. They're great, but only 300% troop attack is amazing for just the bonus for running together, but they're only going to work in PvE. So very different. I mean, I could go down each one of them. They're very different. I don't know how many times I can say that, but we can take a look at those covenants. You get you'll see here champion. So Gwaine goes with Uther, and Red Knight goes with Igraine. And then you have two. You have, this is the one if you're for the barbs, and then this is Morian and Oberon for your PvP. So very different. And you think that's all? That is nothing. Check this out. So Trials, Merlin Trials, is gone. Yeah, we still have the nice little boat over here, but this is called Knight of the Lake, and there's a Path of Legend, and I'm guessing there's going to be additional ones later on. And these are, how do you do this? So, yeah, so you have little battles as you go through, and it's kind of weird how it works, but I'll show you. What's the next one? Let me go back. I haven't cleared this. The other one I've cleared as far as I can. So on this one I'm gonna die, but just so you can see, you can pick your heroes here. Here, I have to reset this. Alright, just to show you guys how this works. Alright, you get destiny cards after every battle that you can apply. And your troops build. Watch as we go through here. So this is round table 1 in this map that I'm on. So challenge, and I have 100,000 total troops. I can kind of pick how I want them to show. Whatever. So I'm just gonna let it roll. With a little battle. Then you get to choose from 3 different cards. You get to choose one of these. So let's go with the purple one, right? That should be better. That fills in the amount of troops, so I'm full up on those infantrymen. So I'll go to the next battle. And let it roll. Right, winning this one pretty easily. So now I can choose more infantry I don't really need, or I can get buffs on my attack. I'll go ahead and take a buff. Alright, so then I go to the next battle. Same deal. Alright, pretty easy so far. I'm not losing too much. I'll just keep loading up my troop attack. Go to the next one. Let it roll. I'm going to go ahead and load in some more cavalry. I was losing some there. Go to my next attack. Alright, as you can see, this is very different from what we had in Merlin Trials. It's completely different. And there's several different kind of chapters you can go through. And it looks like they're gated like everything else at the beginning of the game. They're gated, so additional chapters will open up as you go. I just like clicking purple. And it does get harder. It gets a lot harder as you go. Alright. Gold. Looks like I'm losing a little bit more this time. And this is where I started running into problems earlier. Go with that. Alright. So get over here to Lancelot, and this is where I got my butt handed to me. What should I pick? What should I pick? Can I? Full up to spell. All I have to do is make it through this battle, and then I win this chapter. Go with a little bit more. Slow this down. Go with a little bit more infantry up here. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we can do this. Alright, let's see what happens here. Ooh, it was close. Made it through this time. And then if you haven't cleared it before and you clear it, you get a little tiny, amount of stuff. I'll take it. Beginning of the game, 3 hours speed up is pretty useful. So then you get to the next map, and it just keeps going on like this. It's it's interesting. It's different, at least. It's not the same old thing that we faced before. And then something interesting here I'll show you. Alright, I'll go back. And you can look at rankings for your kingdom. So you can kind of see where you are. It's the stages that you've cleared and the amount of troops that you were lost. So if you lose less troops, you do better. So I think you might be able to actually go back and do it again. So, I did it right when it came out, so I lost a few troops. I lost 57k troops. That's no bueno. But, yeah, I think as I rank up my my heroes, I can come back and go at it again. So, up here I jumped up to the 42. I don't think anyone's cleared it all the way, or maybe that's what this is up here. I don't know, these PRC guys are pretty good at this stuff. Right. So it's interesting. That's very different. You can also you accumulate these rewards. It's completely different from Merlin's Trials. So you can claim these and then you can spend them. And as you go, you actually let me go back. You actually, I don't know where to find it in here. Interesting. You actually rank up your reputation levels. I think I'm at like maybe 8 or 9, but you can rank all the way up, it looks like, to 20, and you get more and more dragon type stuff, which is always good, especially at the beginning of the game. Raising up your dragon is pretty darn important. Those are the main differences that I see here between Lunar and Solar. If you play on Solar and you notice something else maybe that I missed, let me know in the comments. And other than that, tell your friends about the channel. If you like videos like this, click the like, subscribe. And I look forward to doing more of these. Thanks a lot.